CPD is there for your good. It's not rocket science. It's about just engaging with what you have learnt at one of your events. So just take a little bit of time to think about why you were there. Was it linked to your CPD? Is it something extra? What you learned, and what was new, how you're going to use it, and how it will affect others, because we're the public health leaders, so we should be having our practice affecting others within our teams. And particularly within local authority, PHE, NHS England, wherever we're working, we should be taking the lead with CPD.
For me, CPD is really, really important because that's what we do. As professionals, we want to make sure what we're doing is the best thing, and always looking forward to making sure what we do, we're delivering the best to our utmost capability. And it's about lifelong learning. It's about being, being responsive to the environment and doing the best you can for the public. And part of that is making sure you know what you're talking about, and you're always constantly developing yourself. No one's perfect, so we always have gaps and new things are coming along. I mean, it's about keeping up to date and keeping ourselves fresh and keeping ourselves interested in actually what's going on.
For me, it's really important that we take CPD seriously and that we really make an effort to do quality reflective notes. I think we're a learning organisation. I don't think we've got all the answers in public health, and I think it's really important that we learn all the time what works better, and we try and apply it to practice, and I think CPD is a really good way to help us consolidate.
It's been essential to me, my very long career, to improve my practice as I've gone through, and the way we do that is by continued professional development, and I think it's important for all public health practitioners to want to improve and to develop. Public health changes, so we have to change and improve our practice and develop our practice to meet them. I think for me as the CPD director, one of the highlights has been developing the reflective note system, and I know a lot of people find it a real burden. But even just in the last year or so, as I've been reviewing my reflective notes, it's given me a real sense of achievement, some of the CPD that I've done, and an opportunity to look back at the work and to reflect on them again. So that, I think that's for me one of the real achievements.
I find CPD very useful because I see it as CPD is for me, quite different from all the certificates I've got, because it allows me to actually assure myself that I'm developing professionally, and it gives me confidence about my level of practice, that I'm attaining the necessary professional standards. So it gives me the opportunity to reflect on my activities, helps me to actually look at what my personal development plans are, and then gives me the incentive to actually look at that and make sure I address that over the CPD year. And it's not just a one-off, it's also one that helps me to make sure that where I've identified learning needs in the first year, I make sure I carry it through and reflect on it for the coming year.
As a public health leader, I need to ensure that I constantly learn and develop to maximize the health benefits to a population of Suffolk with whom I serve. And also with the knowledge and the evidence advancing rapidly, I need to ensure that the population do get the benefit. And finally, I want to be seen and function as a modern and up-to-date public health professional, embracing and adopting all the new developments. Hence, I strongly believe CPD is crucial and essential.
I think it's really important because CPD is the means through which we assure and improve our professionalism. I think modern society's really good at managerialism, and we've got really great organisations, lots of managerial processes of doing things efficiently, and I suppose we need to have that balance with professionalism. So I think to develop your professionalism, that's what CPD is about, because unlike with other things in life, as we become more experienced, we become better. But that just doesn't happen automatically. We need to put some time and effort into it, and I think that's what CPD does. It gives you a structured way of improving your practice over your profession. I always participated in the faculty locally, but when our previous CPD advisor came to the end of her remit, I was asked if I would consider doing it, and just having had conversations about how we take part in as professionals and how we support health and social care and the wider public health endeavour, it was clear to me that you couldn't just do that through your job, you had to find a way of doing that through being an active part in the profession, and it seemed to me that doing the CPD advisor role was a really good way of kind of giving back to the profession, not just organisations.
Looking back at our careers, it's always great to look at all the things that we have done, but it's also good to look at how much we've grown and learned. For me, that's what CPD is. It's a record of what we've learned and what we get out of the jobs and all the tasks that we're doing that are helping us grow as professionals and make a better difference. I was abroad for 3 years in the Sudan, where I helped establish a public health institute there. I learned so much, but what I also found out about myself was I was still up to date with CPD, and I was revalidated with the GMC. And I therefore put myself forward to become International CPD Advisor, to advise all those overseas members out there who feel themselves isolated. But actually, as a faculty, there's a lot that we can do to support you with that.